How's it going, my little pog champs? How are y'all today? I just wanted to talk about, there's not a lot of content in Genshin Impact, so what everyone is doing, if you look around to all the YouTube channels, a lot of people are just venting all their frustration that they've had building up for the past year now. And yeah, I guess you could say that the anniversary is no longer called the anniversary, it's more like the ventiversary, where everyone just gets depressed and feels shitty about their life choices to become a content creator for something like this game. So that's an overstatement, of course. But I just want to talk about, like, why doesn't MiHoYo listen to any feedback that we present them? There's absolutely no feedback that they accounted for, and it honestly feels like they don't even have anyone that's supposed to be like listening to the community at all. There's just nobody there. We've told them, not just me, a lot of big content creators have told them they need an end game, have a reason for you to have great artifacts, because a Spiral Abyss is fairly easy and it's just not enjoyable to do once you've beaten it with just like a snap of a finger and you're done. They want something like a raid or something big, something impactful that you can bring maybe even your friends in. I mean, you have co-op, but there's no reason to run co-op because you're faster just doing it by yourself. You're faster doing domains by yourself. The only reason you'd run co-op is to help your friends out, and then once they get to high enough level, you'd no longer play with your friends. So what's the point of that? It feels more like a gimmick than anything else. Next, after we talked about the end game, they need something for us to grind towards to use all our OP artifacts on. Second of all, they need to do something about this resin system, because there's been multiple times that I've quit playing because I didn't feel like logging in and dealing with resin just not giving me anything of what I want. I've logged in dozens of times, hundreds of times, honestly, and I've gotten garbage artifacts time and time again, and it just doesn't feel very nice at all, to the point that I just play other games that actually do want to reward you for your time spent. Even boss farming is just, it feels terrible, because you get a 30 calls for a boss or a 40 calls, well, I have it backwards. You have a 30 calls for a weekly boss and a 40 calls for a normal boss. Now, why is that a thing? You get 160 resin and you're cutting it down by like a fourth. I'm not doing math. A fourth. So they really need to do something with this resin system and just stop ignoring the problem for over a year now. Their events are not content. Some of the events that they have are pitiful. They're absolutely jokes. You made a game that is based around fighting enemies, and instead of actually building on that combat, you've decided, hey, let's make it to where we send off, where there's an event where we send a group of people off to get primo gems, and then they come back and give us primo gems. So literally all you do for that event, it just happened, is you put people to go do something for you, you log off, you log back on, and you're rewarded. What's fun about that? What's the enjoyment about that? The enjoyment aspect. They could have done so many things. And I understand that this is for, there's some things that they do for mobile players, like getting rid of some islands and all that, like the archipelago. But they could have rehashed the archipelago. They could cut off one island of the archipelago, add in a bunch of enemies, maybe have a time duration for you to clear all the enemies off the island. Do something like that. It literally takes no work, because the island is already created. All you do is place enemies around the map. That's it. Add a timer at the top, and the faster timer you get, the better. It increases playtime. It increases enjoyment, instead of just going out and just doing some random bullshit to getting free primo gems for nothing. It's just insane. And the worst part is they just don't care, and it just feels terrible. I've already said this before. It just feels like they don't care, and we just want them to care a little bit. Not even a lot, just a little bit, just enough to give us the time of day that's it, and we'd be happy as players. Now, I'm not sure what the Chinese audience thinks, because there's more people in China, so they tend to go more towards that Chinese audience. But they have a law coming in. I'm not sure if it's in yet or not, but it's a law that prevents children from playing games for more than 3 hours a day. And so that's going to cut down on their Chinese audience. What are they going to do then? Are they still going to pander to them? Are they still going to only listen to their feedback? Are they going to move more towards the US that have unlimited playtime? Maybe they are happy that they don't have a lot of playtime, because the way that Genshin works is that you have to log on every day to get your primo gems so that you can be free to play and get a character whenever they come out. But if they have only 3 hours to play every day, then they won't play for that time and get their free primo. So whenever a big expansion comes out and they know that they'll pull in the audience again, they won't have primos for free characters. I've said this before in a previous video, but that's how it feels like to me if they don't change anything. If they just keep everything the same after what happened with the Chinese laws and all that, and it feels like that's a good thing for them, and they're gonna keep it. We've also had a live stream recently called the 1 year anniversary live stream. Now, the 1 year anniversary live stream was exactly what everyone and their mother thought it would be. Nothing. A big sandwich of nothing. They did show off some cool community posts, some cool videos that people in the Genshin Impact community made on their own with no assistance from miHoYo, and that's what they showcased. There was no mention of any increase of rewards or anything like that. So once again, the hopium's running low, and I'm about to be put on life support. Well, hopefully, if they don't change anything, I guess this downtime would be a good time to level up certain characters that you've neglected in the past. Like right now, I'm leveling up forget her name, but it's the fire mage not Klee, the other fire mage. And the reason because of that is because the last event that we had, which was actually a good event, you got to play as her as a level 80, and she was actually really enjoyable to me, at least. Her battle fluidity was really nice, and it felt like everything comboed into each other really easily and nicely, and it just did it for me. So that's what I'm doing right now. Then I gotta work on Baron Bunny girl. The girl I was talking about was Yanfei. I just remembered her name. Well, I looked it up. I don't want to lie. And next, after I level up the Yanfei, I'm going for Zhongli. Get her up there. I still have to work on Kujosara, but I'm not sure about her. She's supposed to be really good, but I'm not feeling her too hot. And I gotta upgrade my Zing Shui. God, I can't say that name. I gotta work on my water sword boy, because currently he doesn't do the job that everyone else's does. Now's a good time for everyone to just chill and just grind a little bit. Log in every so often, do your dailies, get a little bit of grind in before the Monday reset, and just feel nice. I'm gonna be playing other games, but hopefully I'm gonna try keeping up daily upload from now on. Hopefully Genshin Impact every other day or every 2 days, something like that. I don't want to leave out my Genshin pals. I'm gonna have a review about Tales of Arise up soon. Still gotta work on it, but I'm almost done with the game, and that's when I'm gonna start. That's why I mean by soon. And after that, maybe branch out into some anime games and maybe some other games. Hopefully I'll stick around during this painful period of our time. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and as always, Jane.